Man, that guy was so rude.
I'm getting some skipped frames on my stream, and I don't know why. I don't have anything else going.
I want you guys to know that I just picked the best waifu ever. It needs no. It's undescribable.
Trying to find it.
I'll just take a look
What?
at my bandwidth eater.
It looks like gas. I don't know.
I think it's gas.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and quit out of
That is
Discord
by
here
far
so that we can
the
go
best
ahead and
waifu.
play this without any interruption from them. I will go ahead and also turn down the game sounds. There we go. So you should be able to still hear the game while being able to... Oof, I need to turn that down on my headset too. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that I want on that either. Give me just a second, guys. We are going to grab a few things on Discord, and then we will be good to go. Cool. No. No. Alright, let's load it up. Let's go to this campaign. So this one doesn't have any scene context in it, so we're just gonna kind of go right into it here. Odds are this thing is not giving me an updated version of my viewers and everything, so I don't know if anybody actually stuck around, so I'm talking as if they have. Once the chat bar, once Streamlabs comes up saying, or Stream Elements, once Stream Elements comes up saying that I've gone live, it should actually start showing me stuff. So, oh look, we do still have some people here. Hi there. So Hexagonal RPG Battle for Wesnoth. It's pretty fun. I enjoy it. We are actually not doing the main campaign. The main campaign is called Heir to the Throne. I've already completed that on one of my streams here. I will probably be doing it again at some point, just because I really like the campaign, and there's multiple different ways to do it. But for now, we're going to continue on with getting a completion on every single one of the campaigns here. So I am going to go ahead and read these out loud and try and RP these to the best of my ability, which is not very good. What? I know, it's horrible. Me actually doing something with RP. Alright, finally, we have returned home. The undead and bandits are both defeated, and it seems that the townsfolk have already begun to rebuild. Perhaps now there will be peace in Weston. You have our thanks, Lady Atheliel. We could not have accomplished this feat without you. Just so you guys know, I'm terrible at reading things out loud, so I'm kind of just doing this for fun. Sorry if it's terrible. If it's unbearable, just let me know. And Thor, shut up if you're just trying to troll. I will only accept an unbearable comment from somebody who is not you. Or somebody who's obviously being a troll. So let's go on to the next piece. Yes, you have done a great deed in destroying the undead, but it was others of your kind that brought about this evil to begin with. Nevertheless, I see that not all humans are alike, and that you are capable of courage and loyalty. About the trouble with my people, I will see what I can do. Help! Help! You will pay for Mebrin's death. For those of you who don't know, I know, Melody. I'm not Matt Mercer. I can't. I'm not a voice actor. I'm just narrating. So deal with it. I'm just a farmer. I never killed anyone. Again, so for those of you who don't know, Mebrin was a former elf sage who turned into an undead lich because he got corrupted by the forces of darkness or whatever. And then we ended up having to kill him, but the elves really liked Mebrin, and now it's sad that we have killed him, and all the elves hate us now, except for this one who was with us when it happened. So we're gonna go ahead and continue this. You lie. All humans are the same. Your people kidnapped and murdered our wisest sage. Now you will pay. Ooh. Stop, Eltonmere. These humans are not the ones who harmed Mebrin. They have helped me obtain vengeance on the ones responsible for the horrible deed, and have thus absolved themselves of any wrongdoing. No more innocent blood needs to be shed. I can hardly believe my ears. You have always been too soft, Ithiliel. But to side with the humans? All humans are scum and vermin. Just as they have felled our trees in the past, they have destroyed our homes, murdered our people, and killed Mebrin. Mebrin was my master, Eltonmere. It is I who grieves the most. I have spent countless sleepless nights thinking about his death and missing him so dearly that my heart never ceases to ache. You know how I must feel about losing one that I cherished so. Still, even I recognize that these humans are not the ones to blame. It matters not. The humans have spilled the blood of our people, and so theirs will be spilled in turn. If you stand against us, Ithiliel, we will attack you too. You had best stay out of this. And what do you think Theldon will have to say about this? Eltonmere, answer me. You know you do not have the authority to be attacking the humans like this, much less me. Ever the stubborn one. Dioran, we will not be able to fight them for long. I will send a messenger to Theldon and hope he gets here in time before the city is overrun. Thank you for following Unbroken Atlas. I'm assuming that's Atlas from the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you. Are you sure that they'll still listen to Theldon? Or that he'll even try to stop them? Perhaps not, but we have no other hope right now. We must survive until Theldon arrives. Oh, they just decided to just spawn right there. I'm guessing that, yeah, so we get all those. Looks like that's a village up there that we don't have. There's a couple villages that we don't have in this area. It looks like just 3. Are all these people that I've had before? No, these are new. I haven't had any of these people before. This is a level 1 infantryman. Let's go ahead and let's get one of these going. Be careful, Dioran. The more blood you spill, the more my people will be enraged. More will surely come to attack. Should I not attack then? I don't know exactly how to... I can't think of any other way to do this than to not attack. Let me see. Survive until... So I need to survive 14. And this is the last scenario. I don't know. I just don't know. I mean, maybe I can put a whole bunch of cannon fodder in here. But, I mean, that won't last for too long. Let's see. We have Blade and Pierce mostly from them. A little bit of Arcane, a little bit of Bash. Let's see here. Blade, Pierce. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this, I guess. We just need to survive, apparently. Ooh, I can't actually recruit those guys. What about... Do I not have any other heavy infantry? It's weird. So basically I need to do this in such a way that it doesn't cause death? So he's dead. That's understandable. Okay. I don't have a lot of people left. Look at you guys just making fun of me over there. Super rude. I guess I'm not allowed to recruit elves either. All the elves hate me at the moment. And I don't have enough gold. Baby, you make fun of me literally all the time. Literally all the time. Alright, I guess I don't really have much of a choice. What should we do here? Oh, this is so terrible right now. Like, I can't just defend, it just won't work, it seems. I think they're trying to go around. Leave him alone! No! We're actually getting married on the 16th. So, not yet. Yeah, but the one that rose was... Thank you very much. The one that rose was... looks like that's not always the case, though. I don't know. I think I want to go about this a different way. Let's do this, and let's go about this a different way. What are your resistances? Blade, impact, pierce. You have a negative to pierce, which is bad. You have zeros all across the board, and so do you probably. Yeah. Alright, let's see if we can get our folks to a better holding position here. We have to survive 13 turns, though. That's all rough. Get you guys talking about work. I didn't necessarily mean to strike them down. It's not my fault that you guys are coming at me. We might be able to hold off by doing this. Not very well, though, it seems. Oh, good lord. This is rough. Yep, that sounds about right. Leave him alone. Oh man. They just really don't like me. We're gonna try this. It's probably a terrible idea, but we're gonna do it. Sacrifice my entire party for this crap. I don't know. I think we should be able to live through this. Because they're all focused on this guy. It's a Chewini. There we go. Altenmere, what in the world is going on here? We are merely giving these human pigs what they deserve. If they wish to shed the blood of our people, we will do the same to them. I know you must be grieving over Mebrin's death as well, but surely you see that nothing good can come of doing this, especially not from attacking Ithiliel. Then suggest something, for we must have some form of retribution. The one who effectively killed Mebrin are dead. I saw to that personally. We should have no more qualms with the remaining humans here. As if we would be satisfied by something like that, even if what you say is true. The death of a few bugs in the woods is hardly an equal trade for one of our greatest leaders. But the answer cannot be more death and destruction. No, it might not be, but Eltonmere is right. We cannot sit idly by and forget this atrocity either. If you wish to prevent a slaughter here, we will have to come up with some other form of resolution. Regardless, you should come and discuss the issue with us, Ithiliel. You no longer belong with the humans. I suppose you're right. I will come. And apparently that's it? That's the last scenario? Cliffhanger much? The men of the South Guard held the walls of Weston staunchly, trading evenly with the elves blow for blow. The night ran its course, and as dawn broke, the fighting continued. Humans standing fast at the wall as the elves poured out in ever increasing number. As the sun began to rise into the sky, the light dimmed and great fog spread across the battlefield. The sound of fighting dispersed, and soon it was utterly silent as the elves withdrew from combat. The humans advanced cautiously, still in formation, still ready to strike at any sign of trouble. The fog withdrew, and sunlight broke through the clouds in scattered beams. Dioran rode to the forefront of the line of infantry, waiting with bated breath. Finally, after several more minutes, the fog drifted away, and Ithiliel stood there alone, facing the wall of spears. Her face was a mask of woe and exhaustion, and yet her voice was startlingly clear as she spoke to the men of Wesnoth, saying, "Stop! Enough blood has been spilled, human and elf alike. The injury you humans have done to the elves is great, but your service also was worthy. We have decided to make peace again. These are our terms. No human will be permitted in the forests or hills of Aetherwood, and likewise we elves will not traverse the plains and farmlands belonging to you humans. No more will the elves send ambassadors or counselors to Weston, and no more will men wander the green woods." Ithiliel drew closer to Dioran, and her voice dropped to a whisper. "I have done what I can to ensure the peace between elf and human. You may not like it, but it is the best I could do. This whole endeavor has brought me enough grief as it is. I will go now." Thus, an uneasy peace was established between man and elf. For many weeks the South Guard patrolled the border of the elfin woods and watched over the growing farms and villages. The threat from the elves was enough to keep the villagers from entering the now forbidding Aetherwood. And despite the palpable tension at the forest border, the truce was maintained without incident. Finally, as the snow melted and green buds marked the onset of spring, Dioran knew the time had come to report back to King Haldric. He bade the people of Weston farewell and made his journey northward to Weldon. While years of rebuilding lay ahead for Kurlath, they would take place in peace thanks to Dioran's leadership and the heroics of the South Guard. Alright, so that is the South Guard clear. I did that on the hardest difficulty possible. So the next piece here is an Orcish incursion. As you can see, I've already done Heir to the Throne. And I will be skipping that once Orcish incursion is done. This Orcish incursion is 7 scenarios. Let's see here. Defend the forests of the elves against the first orcs to reach the great continent, learning valuable tactics as you do so. 7 scenarios seems okay. I'm going to do this on normal. I usually don't go for the challenging one right off the bat, mostly because I want to enjoy the story for now rather than trying to challenge myself. Other games that I play during streams similar to this are RTS games, real-time strategies such as Age of Mythology. I have not done Age of Empires yet, but I will soon. Not quite sure when. Probably after my honeymoon. And after I get another job. Okay, so to start off here, that's actually some pretty interesting artwork. I actually really like this artwork. It's really nice. Definitely looks like it was done in some kind of vector program, so it's definitely very good. The arrival of humans and orcs caused turmoil among the nations of the great continent. Elves, previously in uneasy balance with dwarves and others, had for centuries fought nothing more than an occasional skirmish. They were to find themselves facing conflicts of long forgotten intensity. Their first encounter with the newcomers went less well than either side might have wished. But humans, though crude and brash, at least had in them a creative spark which elves could recognize as akin to their own nature. Orcs seemed completely alien. If you look down in the bottom here, right here, in the reflection of the sword, you'll see an actual creature of some kind with its back turned. For some years after Haldric's people landed, orcs remained scarce, more than a rumor. Orcs remained scarce more than a rumor to trouble the green fastnesses. Wow, words and sentence flow not great so far. Let's try that again. Orcs, for some years after Haldric's people landed, orcs remained scarce more than a rumor to trouble the green fastnesses of the elves. That remained so until the day that an elvish noble of ancient line, Lornus by name, faced an enemy unlike any he had ever met before. The orcs were first sighted from the north marches of the great forest of Westmere. So this is setting up the entire campaign. So it was a little bit longer than you would get in like the actual scenario context. That was campaign context. My lord, a party of aliens has made camp to the north and lays waste to the forest. Our scouts believe it's a band of orcs. Orcs? It seems unlikely. The human king Haldric crushed them when they landed on these shores, and since then they've been they've been no more than a bogey mother's use to scare the children. Maybe it's a different dialect that I'm not aware of. I don't know. Yeah, Battle for Wesnoth. It's a hexagonal RPG. It's pretty fun. This is actually a small map, though. So it seemed, my lord, yet there is a band of them in the north cutting down healthy trees by the dozen, and making great fires from the wood. They trampled the greensward into mud. Jeez, you'd think they'd come up with better ways to explain these things. I get that they're trying to go for a feel of the times, but it might get to the point where I just don't read these things. Greensward into mud, and do not even bury their foul dung. I believe I can smell the stench even here. So the grim tales of them prove true. They must not be allowed to continue. We must banish this blight from our forests. I shall marshal the wardens and drive them off, and the council needs to hear of this. Take the message and return with reinforcements. There might be more of them. Yes, my lord. Defeat Aruga. Aruga. Alright, let's see what we can recruit here. Shamans all day. They did so well in the last one, I'm just going to go shamans. I'm going to see if I can beat this entire one with just shamans. We're going to see what happens. I highly doubt it. We're going to try. It'll be my own little challenge mode. Not enough gold, so we should be good there. Oh no, look at him go. Let's see if we can actually land a hit. That's going to be the tough part here. Well, we might land something. What level is my guy here? He is level 2. He can be promoted to level 3, I believe. It's the same, yeah. Okay. Like I said, I don't expect to be able to beat this with just shamans, but it's gonna be really interesting if I can. I'll get a major kick out of it for sure. that's rough. $20 from Denver? That's cheap. That's really cheap. Cheap, cheap, fun, fun. I will probably end up restarting this one. But I at least gotta try for this. What is he at? He has 6? We'll get him into the fray. This is such a terrible idea. Like, this is the worst of worst ideas. Oh, come on. He would have leveled. Lame. It's okay. Ooh. Bally's? Is the hotel, I think? Ah, he didn't level. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to the chat because, well, everyone else was not really talking to me directly. I have 1 HP. Well, bye, almost leveled person. That's 7. Shouldn't have entered the fray. Wow. You guys did get married young. Well, kudos to that. I've been bested, but the combat wasn't fair. 1,000 curses on you, withered coward. May you suffer, and when my master Rulsha finds you, as he what? May you suffer, and when my master Rulsha finds you, may he wipe your people from the face of this earth. I don't know why I was having difficulty reading that. Rulsha? What if? Assemble a war party. We need to scout north. So we carry 84 gold over into our next scenario on top of the gold that was already there. Mumph, that's it's not gonna happen, buddy. I love Melody too much. Sorry, my friend. Well, sorry, not sorry. The path of the Orcish warband was easy to follow. A wide swathe of trampled ground through violated forests. Erlornus and his party swiftly followed it north and west. Soon they arrived at a region where the forest was cut through by many streams, only to find something unexpected. Ooh. You can't unsubscribe. You're subscribed forever. Buy some merch before you go. Merch is available in the store. Let me aim this down a little bit because I lean forward like a lot. It's only awkward if you make it awkward. Trust me, it's not awkward for me. The trail leads to this place, my lord. Oh, look, she's she's the person that leveled up in my last one. There's a keep ahead of us. How comes it that we know nothing? Oh my god. You know what? Give me a minute. I'm going to take a quick break, like less than a minute, and then I'll be right back. You know what, Mumph? That's a good point. I actually need to put that on my Twitch. I literally just got it active today, and so I need to actually apply it to my Twitch here. So let me get that up. Channel. Edit panels. Add panel. Image. Let me add an image here. Pictures. Do I have one for merch? I don't have one for merch. No! Give me a moment. You know what I could do? Let me do this. No, because that won't work either. Well, I'll put it in chat here, and then I'll work on getting a panel set up for that later. So let me get up my merch link here. Shop. General. Alright. There you go. You should be able to click on that link to get to the merch. Let me know if you have any issues with it, and I'll work on it later and see what I can do if there's any issues. All right. There's a keep ahead of us. How comes it that we know nothing of it? I thought our borders were watched more carefully. I know not, my lord. For ages there was no one in these lands that could build such a thing save us. Save us. Got it. God, the dialect is so rough. I fear we have fallen prey a false sense of security that has injured the vigilance of our scouts. Maybe if I talked in a British accent, it might actually come out a little bit more. I don't know. Probably not. They're probably not going to do that. When the fighting ends, I'll have some answers. But for now, Garsla sees elves. Yes. Fresh meat for wolves. Yes, yes. Let's focus on the task at hand. Does that demented creature truly believe he can kill us? Appearances can be deceiving. Tell the men to be cautious. That's a level 2. Let's see. Let's recruit these guys back. Let's get some of this. Get one of those. Get another one of those. Ooh. Well, that's no good. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go back because I definitely did not mean to do that. Did not want to end my turn. Not there anyway. Just get some scouts out there so that we can hold them off a little bit. These are really small areas, I'll say that much. It doesn't look like we have enough gold to be able to do much yet. This music is intense, though. Yes, yes, slay them. Rude. Oh, mother of pearl. That's a lot of people. Oh, man. That should have worked. Woo! I am being overrun. At the moment, I got laid off last Friday, so nothing. But I'm looking for. Normally, I try to keep my jobs in the technology industry. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not great, but it happens, you know. I hold no grudge over, the people that over, my previous manager. It's not his fault. It's just sometimes it happens. There's nothing you can really do about it. Are you a recruiter? Maybe I missed that. Oh, there we go. There. Sorry, I needed to go up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I work with. I've I'm working with quite a few recruiters at the moment, so one of them actually has something that I might like. We just need to get the interview or get a phone interview with them and everything. Unfortunately, I don't really have time for phone interviews right now with the wedding coming up and then the honeymoon. Oh, well, yeah, you should totally get a lot of well, yeah. I honestly, I don't really know. I actually, let me ask you this: what applicant tracking software do you use for your recruiting? Or what applicant tracking software do you guys do your recruiters use? I'm not gonna bother reading this. This is just too complicated. The company I just got laid off from is Bullhorn, if you've heard of that. Yeah. I might read this though. As they fared further north, the green forest thinned around them, slowly fading into a barren and fallow country. The signs were obvious and unmistakable: tree stumps, an occasional half-rotten tree felled long ago, and dead wood around them in scarce grass. This had been a forest once. Like the woods they called home, it had been murdered. There was no trail to be found here. Wind and rain had erased the spoor. Fortunately, there was no need of a trail. Smoke on the horizon betrayed the presence of their enemies. Orlornus was near certain they would find orcs there. No clan of dwarves would break their ancient treaties with the elves in this way. Humans were never so methodical in their destruction, and did not travel in sufficiently large numbers in a north country they found too cold and damp for comfort. The great question remained: would we find Rolsha? Perhaps, but not here. The tribe this camp housed was too small to impress fear on other orcs. Come next morning, the elves were prepared for battle. Yeah, Bullhorn was a company I worked for when I got laid off. I worked primarily with their back office software, but I did a lot of stuff from front office support, back office support, technical consulting, implementations, um, business analysis, process improvement. I did a lot of stuff. Don't do that. Yeah, don't do that because, like I said, it wasn't their fault. It just there just wasn't enough projects coming in that facilitated the need for my position. Plus, if you do that and it somehow gets back to me, I won't get my severance. So that's always a negative. There's absolutely no villages in this area. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's really, really bad. Let's see. What? That's stupid. Let's see. Yeah. Ty, Jax, and a few others, I think. I don't know. Finn mentioned 5. Finn mentioned that there are 5 people that do that, but I don't know all of them. Azza. I knew it. Azza. That was the other one I was thinking of. I mean, all of those people are really in our main raiders. Yeah, you know Ty and Jax for sure. Ty is Typhoon. Uh, Jax, I don't know who Jax is on. Does Jax usually go on Jaxta? Typhoon is actually mostly DPS. Yeah, Jax is a shaman. Don't you... Oh! I can't have that. They're killing all my highest XP people. We just can't have that. Did I go back one too many? I might have. No? Oh, you know what I did? I didn't go back enough. That's what it is. There we go. Guess that works too. No, you can boost to 110 and then you gotta hoof it from there. dropping stuff. Sorry. Had to respond to bachelor party things. There we go. Just go ahead and end him real quick. No harm in that. Oh! What a terrible human being! Oh, I guess technically not a human being. Orc? How far are you? 3? What level are you? You're level 3. Marksman all day. Let's do it. $15 times 3. That'll give 45. But we won. You won, elf. But it changes nothing. We found the way. Now we will come in numbers. You can't imagine. I'll be waiting among the dead. The Orcish chieftain finally fell, overcome by his wounds. The elves found themselves in a half-ruined camp littered with bodies of both sides. There was no hale orc in sight, nor did any of the wounded beg mercy. The elves took no prisoners. Warrior's hard. There's especially if you're doing Fury. I don't really remember what class you're playing. Fury's really difficult. Arms is a little bit less difficult, but it's proc heavy, and so you have to really pay attention to your procs. Otherwise, your DPS is gonna, suffer. If you like playing a warrior, your arms, yeah. So arms is difficult because you trade out AoE for single target, and you trade out single target for AoE. You can't really get a best of both worlds situation. So if you like playing a warrior, but maybe you're just not feeling like you're doing that well at it, you might consider, and I know this is weird, Demon Hunter. Thing is, we have a lot of Demon Hunters. That's not to say we wouldn't bring you if you were a Demon Hunter, but one, you really wouldn't need to boost. You start off at level 90, and it doesn't take that long to get through Legion content. And then once you do that, obviously it doesn't take that long to get through Battle for Azeroth content either. You could go Havoc with a Demon Hunter, and you'd pretty much be set. Another option, if you like Warrior, I would say Death Knight, but Death Knight's more difficult in terms of, really the only comparison you get with Death Knight is a blood decay to a warrior. There's really not a great transition from Frost or Unholy. I guess Unholy would be similar. But yeah, I don't know. Let me think. Trying to think of the other classes. Windwalker actually might be a good option for you. If you like a warrior, Windwalker is actually pretty good. it's a good one. Windwalker is going to be a really easy rotation. Um, there's not much to it, really. It's like 4 or 5 buttons. Yeah, that's true too. Demon Hunter is a good way to go for that. Um, I find that Elemental Shaman is easy, but most people don't. I don't know if that's just me. Like, at least theoretically, it's easy. I guess I should say. In practice, I don't know. Hey, yeah, Fury will do that. You might try enhancement. Enhancement Shaman. Um, Babe, is Enhancement Shaman easy? It seemed easy. There weren't that many buttons to use. You know more about Enhancement Shamans than I do. Yeah. Which was a while ago, to be fair. Yeah, but Survival Hunter, I don't think that matches up very high with DPS at all. Next morning, the elves set off again, increasingly wearied by the hardships of the campaign and longing for the green comfort of their home forests. This land was barren and rugged. Nothing shielded them from biting northern wind as they traveled towards the mountains looming before them. At dusk, they arrived at the mouth of a valley, cutting almost straight through the range, and made camp. As scouts warned that the area was hostile and the road ahead treacherous in darkness. Not quite sure how that sentence is supposed to be read. Sorry if I butchered it. There were no songs or music that night, and most of the elves slept uneasily. An unlucky few kept a cautious watch. When sunrise came, the elves moved into battle formations. Whatever waited in the slopes ahead, it would not find them unprepared. By the way, Mumph, if you really wanted to try and find me a position somewhere, I'm not opposed to working remotely. That's actually what I did for Bullhorn for most of my for most of the last year or so. I work from home. Okay, we are far from our lands. Driven the orcs from the forest. Why don't we go home? Rolsha. The name sounds everywhere we go. Mere marauding bandit in search of pillage. And he wants this land, our land. Gather more information. Uneasy sleep. Nightmares. Bridges are tainted. Age dwelling. if orcs have magic. Alright, looks like we're heading out at pretty early here, so... Ooh, trolls. That's not good. That's really not good. Finn's already got some feelers out for me. Alright. If Melody's going to sleep here, I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep too. We'll go ahead and save it where we are. And we'll call it a night. I do have... We both kind of have somewhat early morning tomorrow, and it'd be nice to get some sleep here, so... Thank you guys all for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you like my content, please leave a follow. I play tons of games, including this one, World of Warcraft, Age of Mythology, even Apex Legends sometimes. Odds are I'll be playing something that you enjoy at some point, so leave a follow. If you want to support the channel in any way, you can subscribe or leave a donation or cheer us on with some bits. Any and all revenue that you guys send our way goes straight back into the channel for now until we get a little bit better of a setup. So we do really appreciate that one as well. Again, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful night.